Hello, this is Live Forgive. Today we'll talk about some siege principles and the new updates which has happened to the siege mission. So I've been missing for a while because I was on a vacation and a meetup in Dusseldorf where we met Honeyland team members and community members. It was a complete blast. So sorry for my absence. So we'll continue into the video. So I want to talk briefly about three main um, principles of siege mission. So the first one will be extraction score, and the next one will be team power, and then there is HXT reward. So there are there are, there are different conditions to get the best out of this. I will go in detail about this um, when I do a separate video on extraction score, team power, and general talk about queens because they also play an important role. So, what is an extraction score? If you haven't checked the document, it's really very well written. What we have to do is just click on the question mark, and then there it is, siege. So it gives you all the numbers you need to know, uh, and right now it is perfect as as anyone can send 12 bees to any land as long as you qualify for for doing your mission in that land. So even if it is occupied by a big player, you can knock them out and take that land for your and get the best out of it. So the extraction score uh, is very good. At this point, the previous update when it was released, say you had like 8 Bs or 9 Bs which can go on a siege mission, your extraction score will always be lesser than someone who has 12 Bs. So it's not the case anymore. And why does this make a huge difference in the experience of doing the siege mission? Now everybody is in an equal ground and everybody can compete in the same way irrespective of whatever level they are, which is a very fair game when it comes to fighting each other in order to conquer a land. So that's a very good update. So this extraction score will be like each P you deploy contributes to your extraction score. So this is decided by the generation, and if it is hatch or if you breed that uh, that that bee, so you will get, say for example, there is a generation 2 bee, right? A Cocarro bee. You were in a hurry. You had a level 15 queen, and then you just bred that queen, and you have a level 15 Cocarro bee. What does this mean? So this will be considered as a hatch, and it will only give you 0.23 uh, extraction score. So make sure you level up your queen to max, and that's the only way to get the maximum for that particular generation, even though if it is bred or not. That's what it means. So that's very important. And then there is the generation, right? So it also matters if the generation of that bee belongs to a earth or a Cocarro. So basically, all these Gen 3 bees are garbage. That's how it should be when it comes to um, how much resource which goes inside an asset, which is doing the mission. So uh, that's something you have to remember. So that is your extraction score. You can go through these numbers, and it's very well explained. And then the next one is team power. It is so there are so many details in this, and I have to test this. Once I test this, like we will see what matters and what doesn't matter. And we don't know if it is all 1:1:1 for all these stats. I think it is okay. And So extraction score will decide what kind of rewards you get, like how rare your rewards will be. And your team power is only to decide how well you can fight, defend, or conquer a land from someone else. So those are two different things. You might have a 30,000 team power, but it means nothing. If you upgraded Gen 3 level 20 bees to become a complete monster, you can take the land, but you are actually wasting it. Or even for Gen 2 to an extent. So the current meta is make Gen 1 eggs or make Gen 2 breeds, level 20 breeds. So there is some kind of play in it. And if you have a lot of Genesis, you're going to make these points higher very quickly. So that's another thing. So when you send these bees on siege, every land will get an HXD. So it's like if you have 3,000, there will be a random selection of these land numbers, and then if you are an emperor, it doesn't matter what bee you have there, you will just land in one of these. If you land in one of these numbers which got selected, you will get an hourly reward of between 2 and 500. So those are the things you need to know. One is extraction score, decides what rarity of shards you will get. Team power has nothing to do with extraction score. And extraction score has nothing to do with how much HXD you will get. In a way, okay? So longer you can stay in a land, more chance you get in order to receive that HXD. Okay, I'm going to give you some numbers. So in zone 1, the maximum drop quality is 30. In zone 2, it's 40. In zone 3, it is 55. In zone 4, it is 70. In zone 5, it is 85. And in zone 6, it's 100. So if you are sitting with 5 Bs or 1 B, anywhere around these top numbers of any zone, you will be kicked out. Even if you have good teams, like average 15,000 or 20,000, you will be kicked out. It doesn't matter which zone you are, and a lot of people know this. All right. So if you are trying to sit in one of these lands, say for example in zone 4, if you're going to put 2 Bs, and you're sitting in a drop quality 70, the maximum time you might have in that land maybe just 1 hour. So if you want nobody to be disturbing you, you should find at least -5 from these numbers. What do I mean? So for example, in zone 3, the maximum is 55. And if you want to stay longer in a land, I would say somewhere around 48, 49, and anything below that, nobody will bother you. But if you go to the same thing to zone 2 and sit in a 40, you are going to be kicked out. So for zone 2, I would say somewhere around 35, in that range. I will put this number in the video description so you have it for reference. And these are not there. These are just, I just clicked through and scrolled through the search, and I came to these conclusions. These are the highest numbers. Hopefully now you have an idea about extraction score, team power, and what counts for HXD hourly rewards. So there is also things about poison tolerance and all those things, which is not really a big issue. But the main thing is find good lands, have good generation bees, and you should get good rewards. And I'm also going to post a huge collection of what you can get from 1,850-ish siege rewards. since it went too long, I made a separate video of it. Okay. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Bye bye.